Hey guys, True Die back here today. So I wanted to go over a list of what I would play for Swordsoul for YCS Philly. I think it's going to be probably the last big one we see over here in America before a ban list, hopefully. Yeah, kind of back to basics with this deck and just what I think is the strongest version of the deck. So let's get right into it. For main, we are going to play 3 Ecclesia. I do see some people doing 2, but I just think 3 is the right ratio for this. Can't go wrong with it. 3 Moye. Getting your draw is extremely strong. A great normal summon. Again, can't go wrong with it. Standard, 3 Long Yuan. Strongest one. Yeah, makes all your winning plays. 2 Taya again. Don't play this at 1, guys. Right now, play this at 2. Especially if you play Desires, it's just nonsensical. So, play this at 2. And finally, 1 Auspice. I did rather play this than the package with the 2 Heavenly Circle and Shadana. I just think that this is strong in its own right. Does more for the deck, honestly, in playtesting, and I just think it's a great card. So, don't sleep on it. It's actually a bit of being a pretty good powerhouse for the deck. 3 Emergence, as long as you got Rhoda at 3, you play at 3. 2 Desires, again, can't go wrong. This is a one-off card. I chose that I would play it in a big tournament like YCS because a lot of players aren't prepared for it. They're prepared to shut your main plays down, but they're not prepared for your follow-ups, so it's a good way to throw it for your opponent. Easy to side out if they're onto you, and get you that extra side deck card that you need. And then the 1 Blackout. That's it for the Sword Souls. Tennies, 3 Ashuna, 3 Vashuda, and 2 Adhara. So they're just as important. I think they're pivotal to this style deck that you're playing if you're playing Sword Soul Tenny and not mixing it with anything else. I just think it's a great card. Not playing Ringworm, in my opinion, it's kind of clunky and I'm not really impressed with it. I do see the sense with it, and I see the plays that can be made, and I see the people that are playing Small World, and that's all great and stuff at a locals level, but I think at a YCS you want to go for consistency in what you know and what can break boards. So I think these guys are just stronger, and it's just better to play more of them than to tech in Ringworm. Now, non-engine, playing the Gamma package, I think that this can replace Imperm at this moment, just because a lot of players are expecting Imperm and things like that, so they're not expecting this on your turn or their turn, and it helps you potentially go into an extra Synchro if you need it on your turn. So, great card, can't go wrong with that package. Now, the thought process here is board breakers. Cashier is going to be the most represented deck. Get that in there and get that in your head. Just know that it's the strongest deck until Konami hits it. It will be, and again, like I said, until Konami hits it. If they do, at this point, who knows? We don't know what Konami's going to do. It's just kind of weird now. But, yeah, board breakers and turn enders is what you want to go into. So I opted into D-Shifter and into Droll and Lock. Deck can play through D-Shifter. It does kind of suck. You do miss out on a couple things, but you can play through it. So why not have a turn-ending card against other decks, you know? And of course, Droll and Rock is just strong. This last card of the deck can be whatever you want it to be, but again, like I said, Cashier is going to be the strongest thing, so I wanted to go what's really strong against Cashier. So this is really strong against Cashier. Could be Nib. I have gone away from Nib, as you guys could tell in my videos in the last couple of months. I think having that card on the field when you're trying to do your Tenny plays kind of just gets in the way, and it doesn't synchronize well, and it's no synergy. So I rather go with stuff that synergizes, but it could be Nib, Book of Moon if you're worried about Ash. I don't think Ash is going to be really widely played at Philly, because I don't think a lot of people are too afraid of Branded. So I think that your Book of Eclipse will resolve most of the time. So yeah, keep that in mind. But again, Kashtira is going to be the strongest deck there, so be prepared for it. So in the main, we do have 40 even, not swaying away from that. Don't go over that. I don't believe in this format right now. Now into the extra, we are playing the 3 and the 1. I just want to emphasize that tennies are important and you need them at times. You're going to have games that are going to drag out and you're going to need to be able to go into a monk. So this enables that. Plus this card is just bonkers late game where you can just discard a useless hand trap you draw or something like that for turn and just go and get you a Synchro 10 worm or a Synchro 8 worm. So that is the thought process there. Now for the zings, playing the traditional. Again, like I said at the beginning of this video, back to basics. I think that the basic form of this deck is honestly the strongest it is right now. When the basic form of this deck, as in what we were playing when it was just Kashtira at the top, and Pearly wasn't here and Super Heavy wasn't here. I think this deck is stronger playing in that kind of format style than it is trying to adapt and play Ringworm and different synchros and things like that. I think that this lineup is just stronger. So play with this. You still need to respect Nibiru because that's what you're going to see your opponent side in against you. So have it out to it. Boxy is the strongest going second card you have, and Yazi is there to save your butt in the games when you're losing. So, to Chicho, again, going back to basics, that's never changed, never will. For the Synchro 10s, we do play the 3. I just think that these are the 3 strongest Synchro 10s you can have right now, and I like Chaos Angel and stuff like that, but like I said, I just think this is a better version of the deck. So, and then finally you got the Berserker, of course, and I chose for my last card is the Spell and Traps. So you guys could have it be whatever you want, but I just think that in this deck right now, the way that the format's shaped out, this is a great card to have in there. So that is it for the extra deck. Now the side deck can be anything you want. I just kind of went with general, like what I think would be strong. So this could be anything, of course, Gamma Seals, but I just pulled these guys out pretty quick when I was building this. So I chose to do Kaijus for problematic monsters. Rise Heart, or the Big Pearly, or any stuff that's Super Heavy makes. If you don't draw the Dark Ruler, then you have a way to at least out one of the negates. So that's my reasoning for the Kaiju. Lightning Storm, I just think that this card is very strong. This format, you can't go wrong with that, and I think that it helps out wiping boards, it helps out wiping monsters. It's just really good against everything. So next up, again, Dark Ruler. I think for Super Heavy, for Sprite, things like that you're gonna see at the tournament, this is just a great way to fight that. Of course, I think that Evenly is still really strong here. Going second against Labyrinth, against Traps, against anything like that. You may see, the Satellar Knight deck, who knows? But this is really strong against those kind of decks. So, and then finally, insert your Floodgate here. I chose to go with D-Barrier just because I thought you want to stop some kind of summoning mechanic, and this is a great way to go for that. So that's my thought process on this, guys. I think that the tournament will be fun, but I think it'll be very generic just because we all have to come to realize that Kashtira is the strongest deck in the room. And so build your deck to fight that, because like we've been seeing in tournament results, Kashtira is taking things like in top 24s, Kashtira is like the top 18 of them. So just be prepared. It's kind of like a tier format almost in a sense, just because it's so strong and consistent. So my thought process is build to beat Cash, so that way if you're doing good, you're going to consistently play it and you have a good matchup into it. And then if you're not playing it, you still have good matchups with Droll and Lock and D-Barrier, and you have your Gammas, and you have things like that, and you have your side deck to go into to get Book of Eclipse out to put things in that will help. So that's my thought process. I hope you guys enjoyed the tournament. I hope you guys have fun, rock it, kick booty, enjoy yourselves. I'll be rooting for you guys here from Colorado, so enjoy, guys. Be respectful, be kind. We'll see you in the next one, okay? Bye.